The Washington Wizards get smoked like a cheap pack of cigarettes by the New York Knicks. But what led to their demise? 30 turnovers. Come on, let's talk about it, y'all. Next on Locked On Wizards.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Scott again, and I appreciate you guys making Locked On Wizards your first listen every single day. We are part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. And tonight's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. You can start the season with a big return on FanDuel. Place your first $5 bet, and you'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. All you have to do is visit FanDuel.com to get started. All right, everybody, the Washington Wizards get dismantled by the New York Knicks in NYC, 117-94. And what led to their demise on the court tonight, man? 30 turnovers. Lord, ball security needs to be the name of the game. But let's get into the stats, man, because turnovers were the issue, man. And other areas were not so bad. So let's take a look at the team stats. Overall, I mean, if you look at the stat, if you kind of compare them against each other, the Knicks and the Wizards, that is. I mean, if you look at field goal percentage, we shot 41.4, where they shot 41.2. 3-point wise, we actually were better with 32% behind the arc compared to their 25. If you look at free throws, we only missed one, they missed 5. Rebounds, we out rebounded them 59-55, including offensive rebounds 9-8. They only out assisted us 23-22. Now steals, Lord have mercy. They got 16 steals compared to our 2. So ball security was an issue tonight, y'all. I mean, look at the blocks. We out blocked them 9-5. But turnovers were the issue tonight. And if you look at second points off turnovers, 24 compared to our 8. They only had 9 turnovers. We had 30 turnovers. Let me repeat that. We had 30 turnovers. Now, look, we all know it's going to be a long season. We all know it's year 2 of a rebuild. We all know that progression this season is based on progression of young talent. But look, man, fundamentals are fundamentals. And 30 turnovers is not going to cut it, man. Get it. We are a young team. I get all that. But look, every guy on the team has played basketball at a high level somewhere in college or overseas. Like basketball's basketball, man. 30 turnovers is just nah. We need to fix that because that's sloppy basketball, man. For them to be able to get 16 steals on us tells you that ball security was not prioritized. And that has to be basketball 101. Ball security. They have to get better with that. This is the preseason, man. But look, preseason, we sit in an army. You train as you fight, right? You fight as you train. And it's the same thing with practice, preseason, training camp. You play as you practice. You know what I mean? So preseason is the time for them to get a lot of these kinks out. But, you know, like I said, there's issues with a few players on this team real quick because, like I said, the preseason, this is where you ramp up for the regular season, man. And I get it. You're going to struggle, especially a young team. You're going to struggle, man. But 30 turnovers, man. We got to do better than that. So let's get into individual statistics. All right, let's look at the starting 5, same starting 5s. That's why I say, guys, it's looking more and more that this is going to be our starting 5 for opening night. I think this is the best lineup right now. Now, I would love to see head coach Brian Keefe, try different lineups, try different combinations, but this is definitely a lineup I like, man. Jordan put the 1, Bilal the 2, Corey Kispert, or I say Kispert, Kyle Kuzma at the 3, Alex Sarr at the 4, and Jonas Valanciunas at the 5. So take a look at JP13. His shot did cool down a little bit against the Knicks, man. Madison Square Garden is where people usually want to put their mark on the game. So I kind of expected JP13 to really show out Madison Square Garden, but it's preseason. It would be all right, man. So looking at him, 10 points in 23 minutes played, 4 assists. So definitely want to see a better performance for him. But he had his moments, 5 turnovers, but you can't really, I mean, he led all Wizards with 5 turnovers, but looking at the turnover numbers, I mean, he wasn't far from the worst case, man. I mean, Kuzma had 4. I mean, you had 5 players with 3 turnovers. It was just ugly basketball. 2 rebounds for Poole. So like I said, he did shoot 4 for 13 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3, including 1 block. Not his best showing, but look, man, this is his second preseason game holding down point guard full time. So I'm willing to give him some time in the preseason and willing to probably give him the first 10 games of the season just to kind of acclimate to being the starting point guard. But after that, I fully expect him to hit the ground running and really have the season that a lot of us expect him to have. All right, be cool again. Kind of like JP13, very underwhelming night. 4 points in 25 minutes played. 9 rebounds. Rebound numbers were on point, man. Defensively, he looked all right. Jalen Brunson did put him on skates. That one play, man, he did catch it. But like I said, overall, not a bad showing defensively. Now, offensively, we all know it's going to take a little bit for his offense to come around. And the more reps, the more touches he get, he will be all right. But look, 1 for 9, 0 for 4 from 3. I feel like he rushed a lot of his shots, especially the three-point shots. He rushed it. Definitely take your time. Let the game come to you. Be cool. Take your time. There's no expectations right now. Take your time. Kyle Kuzma. Second game in a row where it was just he's a non-factor. Now, look, man. Look, he's the number one scoring option. We need better than this. I get his preseason, but there's 3 preseason games left. We want to – and do you need much ramping up when you're the number one scoring option and you're the de facto leader of this team? I'm saying, like, we need more from Kyle Kuzma, man. Like I said, I'm one of the people that firmly believe that he was going to have a really good season. With him at small forward, with his ability to score and use his frame to put himself in the best positions to be that scorer, man, I still expect him to have a really good year. But, 2 games early on struggling in preseason, definitely want to see him step it up in the preseason, get ready for opening night, man, because he's number one scoring option. Number 2 is Jordan Poole. We need you to be that dog, to be that sniper, man, to be that killer on the offense, man. So I definitely expect more from Kuz. 24 minutes night, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. So, and 4 turnovers. So he got more turnovers than points. It's that kind of night. Alex Sarr. Now, he did struggle with a shot a little bit, 2 for 6 from 3, 5 for 14 overall, but 12 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. So, look, did he struggle in Summer League? Absolutely. But he's starting to look really good, man. He's going to have his struggles, but I hope these 2 performers kind of change some people's minds about Alex Sarr, man, that you see the potential. You see the potential in him. Now, there's scenarios where he's bringing the ball up. There's that one steal that OG Anunoby got him on. He has no business bringing the ball up. let's go ahead and call it there, man. Alex Sarr should not be bringing the ball up, but I think he's going to be really, he's going to have an up and down season, but you see the potential. Like I said, we have 3 more preseason games, but I definitely like overall what I've seen from Alex Sarr, but himself also 3 turnovers. Jonas Valanciunas, a very underwhelming night, 18 minutes played, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, and that's about it. We know that his biggest role here is being that pick and roll guy, initiator, the pick and pop guy, that mentor to Alex Sarr. So, like I said, I made it known that, to a certain degree, looking at his age, he's not going to be that same Jonas Valanciunas from Memphis, you know what I mean, or New Orleans. He's just not going to be that guy. And if you look at there's times he does struggle to get out of the court, man. He's an older guy, but I think he'll be all right, man, because, he's a vet. So he'll be all right. And like I said, I don't see him being here past the deadline, but definitely want to see him put that work in with Alex Sarr and definitely think, he's a dog, man. He's going to show out. All right, so let's take a look at the second unit real quick, everybody. Let's see. Now, I'll say this. I'll call them the K connection. Keyshawn George and Corey Kispert. Come on now. They look like a nice 1-2 punch off the second unit. I'm telling you, I like Keyshawn George. I love me some Corey Kispert. I think these guys, man, they form a nice duo at shooting guard and small forward on the second unit. Looking at Keyshawn George, man, 20 minutes, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. He is a sniper. He is a scorer. But we often don't talk about his defense enough, man. And when I was going over my scouting report in the draft, he was a guy that shows a lot of energy defensively. But, man, look at the stat line. I'm trying to tell y'all. 3 blocks, 1 steal. 3 turnovers, yes. But, look, join the club on this team tonight, right? Overall, great game. Keyshawn George continues to show why he's that scorer that we need going forward, man. And when he works in tandem with Corey Kispert, they are a nice 1-2 punch on the second unit. I'll call them the K connection. Like I said, Keyshawn, Kispert, boom. Like I said, they both look good tonight. Looking at Corey Kispert, 19 minutes played, 14 points, 5 for 9 for the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 2 for 2 from the charity strike. Look great. I mean, Corey Kispert, I think, look, sign this, man. Sign him to an extension. We need him on this team. We need a shooter like Corey Kispert, man. Keyshawn George, like I said, they form a nice 1-2 punch on the second unit, but sign this man because he continues to show that sniping ability. But, his disability with the ball in his hands, man, he's gotten better with his ball handling. And, we need that score off the second unit to kind of complement. They complement each other. I was going to say complement Keyshawn George, but their games complement each other. I like what I saw from them. So let's see if we're going to be able to finish. All right, so we're going to get into the rest of the second unit and their stats, and I'll holler at you guys about something, man, and then we're going to get into comments like we always do. So before we move on, tonight's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. So you guys know, time and time again, I let you guys know that I am a big believer that there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody, man. We all have something we're working through time and time again, man. You guys know about my history in the military, growing up in the DMV. I've had many reasons to talk to somebody. And like I said, I'm a big catalyst for it. And look, BetterHelp has got y'all, man, because that should definitely be your first stop. Because why? If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try because it's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule, which is key. Just fill out the brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Woo! I'm trying to tell you, again, you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. I'm trying to tell y'all. So look, overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnNBA today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/LockedOnNBA. All right, everybody, let's get back into it. All right. We're going to go over the second unit stats, the rest of them, and then I kind of got a message for everybody before we move on to comments, man. So let's get into it. Second unit, Bub Carrington, very underwhelming night, but the rebound numbers were solid, man. I mean, 18 minutes, 5 points. He did shoot 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. I do believe he's going to find his groove, man. Just give him some time. He's going to find his groove because you see that natural scoring ability, especially that ability to shoot the rock, man. Justin Champagnie, 17 minutes, 5 points also, 3 rebounds, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, and only 1 turnover. So, I mean, really, if you look at the turnover battle, he was the star of the show. Only 1 turnover tonight. All right, Marvin Bagley III, you know, he's another guy I kind of want to see him battle in preseason, man, because, 9 minutes, only 2 points, only 2 rebounds. We know that when he is motivated, when he has a high motor, man, that he's a player that he's a 3-level scorer. But he's got to have a high motor, man. There's times where he did look uninterested, and there's times where you did kind of see a boost here and there, man. But Marvin Bagley, man, he's a guy on a aspiring contract that, hopefully we can play him up to find some trade value and then flip him at some point. But, like I said, he's always been a high motor, low motor type of guy, man. And like I said, I definitely want to see more from Marvin Bagley because I think he could play. Yeah, I get it. He's been called low motor, lazy, certain things over the years, dating back to Sacramento and Detroit, man. But I've always been a big fan of him. I think he can play. It's just, can he be motivated? When he's motivated, he's productive. But there's times where he doesn't seem so. So definitely want to see him flip that switch, man. So some other people to kind of cover real quick. 3 more people I'm going to cover. I mean, we could talk about Rashawn Holmes and Jared Butler, but very limited, 7 minutes each. Johnny Davis and Patrick Baldwin Jr. To me, the 3 people that are kind of on the chopping block, if you look at the fact that we're +1 and we need to kind of secure that final roster spot. The 3 guys I see kind of fighting for that spot. And you can argue Jalen Noel. He played 3 minutes tonight, 1 point. But you can argue he could be a catalyst. But Johnny Davis and Patrick Baldwin Jr., 2 guys you're kind of looking at. Both of them played 6 minutes. Now, Patrick Baldwin Jr., I'll say that I think both of them they both really got the money's worth. Now, as far as scoring, not so much with Johnny Davis, but Patrick Baldwin Jr., you saw a 3-point shot, 2 for 2 from 3, 3 for 4 from the field, 8 points. Definitely want to see him use his size to get into the paint, get more rebounds. Johnny Davis, defensively, was a man on a mission. He played with a lot of effort and a lot of energy on the defensive end. But the scoring part, I want to say he'll get there, man. But I mean, I fear he's run out of time. He's run out of time, guys. So those guys, and we're gonna take a look at Tristan Vucevic real quick and then move on. 5 minutes, 4 points. So he proves and continues to prove time and time again with limited minutes that he can produce. So Tristan Vucevic is a guy that, with time, with a lot of, barring a lot of moves made with a lot of these vets, whether it's, Rashawn Holmes or Jonas Valanciunas, I want to see a lot more minutes for Tristan Vucevic because, again, in limited minutes, he has proven that he can perform, he can produce. So, all right, everybody, that is the Wizards tonight. Again, they get dismantled by the New York Knicks, 117-94 in Mecca, a.k.a. Madison Square Garden, and a lot of it had to do with what? 30 turnovers by the Washington Wizards. Ball security has to be key. All right, everybody, before we move on to comments like we always do, I want to say this. I put a poll out earlier. I don't know if it's today, man. I work a lot, y'all. I don't know if it's I believe it's today or yesterday. I put a poll out and kind of just wanted to gauge how you guys felt about my content. Where'd you guys grade me? This is my 3rd year. I'm going into my 3rd season as a host of Locked On Wizards, man. Almost left, man. And a big reason for that is I was looking at moving. and opening up business. I'm still looking at opening a business, but it's actually going to be in the DMV area now. And I'm looking to stay around the DMV for a little bit longer, man. So the only reason I wanted to leave was because I felt like if I couldn't give you guys that coverage being down there, I want to give you guys that A+ coverage. And I didn't feel like being out of town, I was going to be able to do that. That was the only reason. But I'm here for a while. Let me say this. A lot of people through the voting for me gave me an A. Definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate that. Much love. I feel like you gave me, you gave me too good of a score, man. I feel like I wasn't deserving of an A. I kind of put myself as a B, but I appreciate you guys, man. You guys feel like I'm doing a great job, and I humbly appreciate that. Shout out to my guy, 757. He made a comment tonight and kind of resonated with me. And I kind of wanted to push this message out for you guys looking forward. He made a comment that, again, kind of resonated with me. And, I've always prided myself as a guy who, looks at himself as being that link from the fan base to the organization. And, before we got credentials being Ed, we always spoke unbiasedly. We throw smoke at anybody who struggles. We give flowers to whoever succeeds. And for a while, we were big critics of Ted Leonsis and the direction his team was going. New direction, obviously, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to change things to a certain degree. You guys know me. I'll throw smoke. If I disagree with something, I don't like something, I had no problem throwing my opinion out there. And I think a lot of you guys definitely appreciate that. I mean, a lot of you love my rants. Gotta love it, right, man? But with this new regime, I'm trying to show some level of patience. But I will say this, a lot of people, including my man 757. I don't have the name on there, man, but that's my guy down from the Tidewater, baby. And I get it. A lot of people look at certain content creators or, and see people that, I guess total line with Monument Sports. And I'm not that type of dude. You guys know that. So like I said, the comment when he made that, me being that link to the fan base, man, and linking it to the organization, especially now that I carry media credentials with the Washington Wizards, man, it means a lot because my priority is you guys, man. And I want you guys to know that, man. My priority is you guys, having your opinions felt by the organization. And that's one thing that I could feel is that, when I was talking to Will Dawkins earlier, a couple, week or so ago, I made it known how a lot of people felt, a lot of you guys felt, and they appreciate that. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys taking the time to rock on me all days, all times of the day, rain, sleet, or snow, through the off season to the quiet time. Much love. Appreciate you guys, man. And like I said, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to a lot of you guys. There's some of the people that I've met, in person. A lot of love, man. Appreciate you guys, man. It really does. It meant a lot. Really does. All right, so we're going to get into comments, man, because I know there's a lot to talk about tonight, man. Lord have mercy. 30 turnovers. Woo. All right, let's get into it. Desan, man. Comment number 1. My God, Desan. Bilal is easily best defender on his team. Yeah, but the shot is not falling today for him or anyone else. Also, Kuzma looks really bad through 2 games. Should we be worried? Bilal, yeah, I mean, defender-wise, him and Alex Sarr have shown moments, Alex Sarr, rim protector, and Bilal, they've shown why they're definitely part of the foundation going forward. I love what I saw from them defensively. Now, Alex Sarr, it needs time to kind of fine-tune his touch around the rim, and the shot's going to drop. The 3-point shot's going to drop. Bilal, I feel like he's rushing. I think with Bilal, let the game come to him. Bilal, be cool. If you're listening, brother, let the game come to you. Let the game come to you. You're going to get there. Let the game come to you. Don't rush it, man. And I felt like you were rushing the ball tonight. Kuzma, yeah. Should we be worried now? Give him the preseason, man. Give him really the first 10 to 15. But if he struggles out the gate, then you're going to have to look at yourself, especially as a front office, and be like, look, man, we're hinging on his asking price of 2 first rounders. This guy, and here's the thing. He's the first scoring option. We got to see more. Should we be worried right now? I'm going to give him the preseason. But your number 1 option has to be rocking, man. I want to see him come through game 1 regular season ready to roll because he's number 1, man. He's the guy. You know what I mean? So, Jordan Poole has to be relegated to the second scoring option because point guard now. I definitely want to see his vision become more of a priority and actually being that floor general, man, even though we know he's that scorer. So I'm not going to be worried yet, but like I said, he needs to get some smelling salts going, man, and wake on up. All right, Desan also said on the bright side, Keyshawn might be the best Wizard on the court tonight. Bub has struggled in his own way, man, but, these 3 draft picks, this is going – I like this draft class. I really do for the Wizards. I like this draft class. Keyshawn George is that scorer, man, on the second unit. Bub is a dog who's going to get there. And Alex Sarr, I think he's going to get there, man. He's going to get there. You see the potential. Just give him some time. Like I said, it's tough. Like I said, it's tough. I get it, man. Because I get it. It's gonna be a long road, man. So I definitely get it, man. Let's see, Ian, what's going on? What's with the turnovers? You tell me. 30 turnovers, 16 steals. I mean, ball security was not even talked about before the game. I mean, good lord. I mean, that's got to stop. Preseason, I don't care if they're playing on the moon. You don't turn over the ball 30 times. That's just, there's no excuse for that. It's basketball, it's team sport. Yeah, we're a young team. Yeah, I do believe we will get better, but 30 turnovers, man, just screams sloppiness. And it just tells me lack of communication, lack of accountability. And that's just something that, you don't want to see under head coach Brian Key, because the name of his big MO is accountability, right? Accountability and playing to win. So, like I said, they got to show up those issues, man. But I think they'll be all right in the long run. Let's see. Oh, let me go ahead and put my proper background up there. Your boy is tripping today. Give me a second, guys. Let's change his background for you guys. I mean, while we're waiting on that, boom, there we go. All right, so it's back to the comments. All right, guys, we're going to do a commercial break real quick and get back into comments and call it a night like we always do. So tonight's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Let me go ahead and click it up there. Boom. All right, FanDuel. Hey, NFL fans, you can start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live, play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. It's that easy. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. And thank you guys for making Locked On Wizards your first listen today. It means a lot, and I appreciate y'all, man. For your second listen, find Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Become a fantasy basketball expert and get the edge over your league mates with daily tips from Josh Lloyd, my brother from Australia, baby. Find Locked On Fantasy Basketball on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. All right, everybody, let's get back into it. Comments. All right. Let's get and try to get through all these. Bullets Nation, what's up? Says Kuzma looks extra bad. Yeah, he ain't looking too hot through 2 games, man. That's for sure. So we definitely looking for him to step it up. EDN, what's up? Wow. Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Joshua Cotton, how you doing tonight? I really hope they keep George in the rotation. He's looking better than expected right now. Absolutely. Kid's a baller. Kid's a scorer, man. Now you throwing the energy on defense. The kid's, I'm telling you, man, it's not going to last as long as you guys think. I love this draft class. I really do. I think that it's very underrated. I think it's going to be a really productive draft class for the Wizards. I think 2025 is the money draft class. 2026 is definitely going to be important, but I think you're going to see a lot of progression by that point. This team is going to get good, man. I love the young pieces we do have. I really, the Keyshawn George, man, late in the first round. And this is what I'm saying with this front office, they have to find ways to find these diamonds in the rough in the later stages of the first round. We found one in Keyshawn George, in my opinion. So I'm with you on that. Back to Edian. The starting 5 is obviously not a good fit. Keith got to change that. Okay, fair enough. Where's the fit that you don't like? Go ahead and hit me up in the comment section, man. What is it that you don't like? Is it Bilal? Is like an offense at the 2 guard, or what is it that you don't like? Or where would you like the changes to be? Let's get this thing started. Dialogue. All right, let's see. Y'all said 29 turnovers is insane. It is crazy. Oh, and he also says, nope, we're up to 30 now. So, all right. This is from Bucket Getter. What's going on? How you doing? Need another playmaker besides Jordan Poole so he can play off ball. No Brogdon hurts. He can play off ball. Obviously, he's best with the ball in his hands, but I agree with you. They need another playmaker. No Brogdon does hurt. You definitely want to see, but I also think that Bub Carrington is kind of getting his feet wet. So I think the more playing time, he's going to be able to be that playmaker to help take a lot of pressure off of JP13, man. But I agree with you. Brogdon, to a certain degree, does hurt a little bit. I definitely agree. So Dustin Smith, what's up? What y'all complaining about the young guys? Look good, and we lost. That's what I want all season. Better chance for Cooper Flag. I agree with you. I mean, here's the thing, man. Culture is important in a young team. So you definitely want to see them play to win. 30 turnovers is just unforgivable, man. It's terrible. I agree with you, man. The biggest thing is you guys got to really check your expectations. I mean, this team's not going to be much better than last year. And to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself from drinking bourbon every night there's a game night, it's all about progression, these young guys, man. And I know it's tough. I get it, man. Rebuilds suck. They take a while. True rebuilds take a while. And we have gone through so much here in DC as basketball fans, man. So I get it, man. Keep the faith, man. I'm here with y'all, man. I'll be here for a while. So we're going to have a couple years of having conversations like this, man. But we will be all right, I think. We will be all right, man. It's going to take a little bit, man, but I'm with you on that. Cooper Flag is definitely the target, man. But Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Lord. All right. This is anti-social extrovert. What's up? Said Bub, Corey, Keyshawn George, Sarr, and Kispert play well together. We need to see more of them. I like that lineup. I'm with you, man. Corey Kispert and Keyshawn George feed off each other. Alex Sarr, and Bilal, man, they looked well together. So it's all about finding that right combination. And that's what I'm saying. This starting five, maybe opening night starting five, but Brian Keefe's going to find what the best combination is, man. It's all about evaluation right now, especially preseason. I'm sure they looked at a lot of different lineups in training camp. So definitely, I feel you on that. Let's see. Dustin Smith also says Sarr is showing a lot of potential. So is George. Yeah, both of them, man. I'm saying Bob is going to get there. All three of them are really good, man. I'm trying to tell you, we hit the mark with this draft. I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Keyshawn George, man, out of the U can play some ball, man. Bub is a baller out of Pitt. I'm trying to tell you, man, Sarr is, you see the potential. He just has to fine tune himself, man. It's going to take a little bit, but he's going to get there. Link, what's going on, man? He says Sarr all of a sudden looks more NBA ready right now out of the gate compared to any of our other rookies, but so did Bub with the Summer League, and so does Keyshawn right now. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing to expect. They're all going to have growing pains. They're all going to have struggles. All three of them are going to have roller coaster seasons. They're going to have, glimpses where you're going to see the potential. They're going to play well, and there's going to be times where they struggle, especially in the second half. They're going to get younger. Will Dawkins said that out of the horse's mouth. They will be a younger team by the deadline. So you're going to see, a lot of these vets, 3/4 of these vets on their way out of Chocolate City by the deadline, man. It is what it is. They're going to get younger. So they'll be all right, man. The more they build that chemistry with each other, the more they get those touches, the more their minutes go up and they get the experience, they'll be all right, man. Let's see. Link said also rookies from previous drafts, excluding Wall and Bill. Lord Bill. I don't know if you guys heard, man, but Bill and Telios he went back and forth with each other, man. Bill just doesn't. Anyways, anti-social extrovert also says be cool isn't the answer at 2. Okay. Keyshawn George looks like a steal. Okay, I feel you. And look at long term, man. I think that Bilal is a better fit at small forward long term. Now he can't play the 2 guard. His scoring is what really hurts him. But I think he will be all right, man. But long term, he is definitely the small forward of the future, the 3-and-D wing. Keyshawn George, man, look, he's looked good, man. His shot, his defense, his playmaking ability, he looks good, man. If you look at the steal of the draft, there was a poll put out by rival executives where they looked at Bub Carrington as being a steal of the draft, and I agree with that. But Keyshawn George, put a little respect on his name, man. He can play. He can definitely play, man. Let's see. Anti-social extrovert also said Johnny Davis looked lost and disinterested. Kuz and Be Cool settled for too many jump shots. Yes, sir. You were right. Sarr is going to be okay. Oh, Rashad Holmes? Nah. Man, love it. And starting with Johnny Davis, he better look interested. He better get interested, man, because he very well could be on the picket line or on the unemployment line, man, by the end of preseason. He's got to play like he wants to earn that position, man, because like I said, you can look at other players, Patrick Barwin Jr., maybe Jared Butler, maybe, Jalen Noel could be the guy, that kind of fix that +1 problem. But Johnny Davis, man, I mean, at what point do you look at it and say, we missed that pick? He shows energy defensively. You see that defensive energy, man. It's just offensively, you're right. He looks lost sometimes and disinterested. You just don't like to see the young players fail, but the ball's in their court. No pun intended. I mean, it is what it is. This is a performance-driven league. And you have to perform when given minutes. Kuz and Be Cool, Be Cool was pushing, he was really rushing his shots. Kuz just doesn't look comfortable, man. He just, I hope there's nothing going on off the court. Hope everything's all good, but he's out of it, man. Last 2 games, he doesn't have that killer Mamba mentality type of scorer that he's had in the past, man. We need him to wake up and be that scorer because, look, for many reasons, we all know, for trade reasons, for just being, just as a player, you want him, he's the number 1 option. He's got to be rolling out the gate, in my opinion. So I definitely want to see more from him. Jay says, did your partner leave? Jay, much love, man, but he been gone for a minute. I mean, yeah, the real offer, man. Much love to my man, my boy, my friend, Ed, man. But yeah, he's been gone for a little bit, man. So kind of tells you how many episodes you've been watching, bro. But much love, man. Much love. Let's see. Anti-social extrovert also says, should we worry about Kuz? Not yet, but look, he needs to step it up. Let's see. T-Baz says, hey, Brandon, what do you think about Keyshawn George? I think he's a baller. I think he's a dog, man. I like Keyshawn George, man. I love his personality. I mean, the kid is he's just playing ball, and that's what you want from these young guys. There's no expectations on the players. All the pressure is on the front office and in the coaching staff. So if you're a young player, just play. Just go out there and play your game. There's no pressure. There's no expectations. And you see that with Keyshawn George. Just go out there and play. Just go out there and play, man. Flump. Woo. He says Brunson paid the refs. I don't know, man. You know, when he put he put Big Cool on skates. I don't know. I mean, Brunson, say what you want about Brunson, man. He's a perfect fit for that team. I mean, they're star-studded. They're loaded, man. Cat and Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And I mean, that's gonna be a tough team. Now, the question is, are they good enough to supplant the Boston Celtics? I'm gonna say not quite there, even though they're very close, man. You guys let me know, man. What do you guys think, man? Are they where do you rank the Knicks in the Eastern Conference? Are they better than Milwaukee? You guys let me know, because they're not quite there with Boston, in my humble opinion. Even though we know the issue with Boston is always the injury bug. KP's already out. You know, the list goes on. Merrill Garrett, my God, man. What's going on, homie? How you doing tonight, Merrill? Merrill Garrett says, Wizards fans have to be patient for this. This is not a quick fix. The Knicks are built for a run at the championship. Yep. Wizards are pups that have to grow. Yeah, look, perfect comment. And I'm going to say that because the kind of example you use, pups that have to grow. They're young, man. And none of them 21 years old. They're young. They're not even close to their prime. Young. Right now, we're just molded them. They're soft clay. We're just molded them, man. It's going to take a little bit. It's not going to take as long as a lot of people think it's going to be, though. I think by 2026, 2027, you're going to see a team that's ready to add that one or two pieces to be a playoff team. Because I do what I like what I see from these rookies so far. Now, Bilal, you do have to see some progression year two, especially scoring. But Alex Sarr, you see the potential. Bob Carrington is a dog. Keyshawn George is going to do his thing. Tristan Vucevic needs more minutes. We have a nice young core. Now, this draft coming up, man, we grab one, maybe two high-impact guys. We are cooking with oil, y'all. And I love me some catfish, man. So we cooking with oil, let's get it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we are definitely headed in the right direction, man. Jay again says snagging Cooper could end the rebuild. It's definitely going to put us that direction, brother. Absolutely. T-Bass says, Brandon, what do you think of Butler's play? Butler, you expect more, but there's the thing. I think he knows that he's kind of down the pecking order a little bit. You know what I mean? You see glimpses here and there, but he knows that Bub kind of went past him on the depth charts. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I do like Jared Butler. I think that you for just, you know, for the standpoint of depth, you hold on to a guy like that because you need depth. Oh, excuse me. Woo. So definitely think he can be a depth piece here in DC. Red Wings 01, what's up? Wow, we suck. Yeah. Madrox was right. Says that's what I've been trying to tell the overly optimistic commenters that are basically the equivalent of the dog in Burning House saying this is fine, derp, here on YouTube. Team needs a playmaker. Yeah, I agree with you. They need another playmaker. And I totally agree with you, man. Now, being overly optimistic, it's a slippery. It's weird. I'm kind of explaining to you guys, man. Like, I'm trying to show optimism with this rebuild. It's early on. I don't feel like it's time yet to judge Will Dawkins or this front office or even Brian Keefe on things. Some players you can't judge to a certain degree. Some of these vets, they are what they are. But here's my thing. I have no problem sharing my opinion, as a lot of you guys know. I've thrown my fair share of smoke. And if I feel like the direction we're not going into is not working, I'm gonna make my presence known. And like I said, this is why I really value having those credentials, man, because I could be able to ask these hard questions to these players, to the coaches, to the executives. You know, let them know that people have expectations, especially the Bandit have expectations. That a lot of people are ready for a long rebuild, but you want to see some progression from year to year, and that's the biggest thing. You need to see progression because you can't use the excuse being trash every year. Just wait and see. You have to see some progression. So I'm with you guys on that, man. Definitely agree with you on that. Anti-social extrovert says starting 5 idea. JP at the 2. Be cool at the 3. Start at the 4. Kisper at the 2. Fan at the 5. So let's see. So I think you are you meaning JP starting, because I think you have Kispert at the 2, but that's not bad. I mean, I don't see. Who knows? I mean, if here's the thing, Kuz, if he wants to be that team player, if his best fit off the bench, but I think right now him being the number 1 scoring option, you're going to see him start, but not a bad lineup. We'll see. lot of things have to happen, man. But we'll see. Red Wings 01 also says, not gonna lie, Kuzma has looked no bueno. He struggled. He has struggled. T-Baz says Keyshawn George is doing some serious balling. Very calculated. Absolutely, man. Love what I see from him. All right, guys, we're at the 35-minute mark. I'm trying to get through these comments. You guys know me, man. I hate not answering your questions. So let's get through this thing, man. All right, Dan Ass says Valanciunas is going to be the new Tyus Jones soon. Both just don't fit and slow things down. I agree with you. I do like Valanciunas. Really funny guy in person, to be honest with you. But the speed, if you really want to push the pace, he looks like he slowed down, man. Not that he's ever been like a sprinter, but you see that. And that was one thing I noticed early on, man. My wife said, daggone, you have trouble getting out on the court, man. So like I said, we'll see as time goes by, man, but he's getting older, man. So this team has to get faster. So I'm with you on that. Let's see. Madrox was right. He says, just to clarify, I ain't talking about Mr. Scott. Oh, I know, man. You're all good, brother. Referring to the morons who think Kuzma Poole equals anything other than garbage. It's all love, man. I already knew, man. It's all good, my brother. So it's all love, man. It's all love. Let's see. Red Wings 01 says, Keyshawn and Kispert make a nice sniper duo. Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. A sniper and a spotter, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They are a nice 1-2 punch. I like Keyshawn George and Corey Kispert on that second unit. I'm trying to tell you. Pay the man. Pay Corey Kispert. Just pay him. Because he needs to stick around. See, Gerflump says, what do you think about the GM survey? Matter of fact, since you said something, I'm gonna bring up tomorrow. We have special guest Greg Feinberg coming on the show tomorrow. So that is definitely something that we're going to talk about tomorrow, man. So definitely tune in tomorrow night at 7:30. I'm gonna holler at Greg, and I'm gonna put a poll out there if you guys want to go live and ask questions to Greg, man. I would definitely recommend it, man, because that man knows some basketball. So, like I said, special guest, man. Greg Feinberg will be on the show tomorrow night, man. Excited to talk with him again. Link says, I think we will see players develop individually, then it will click as a team later in the season. I totally agree. Great comment, man. Great comment. I think you guys know what the acronym is, but this is IDGAF. Kuzma doesn't fit the system. He has success under Wes Unseld Jr. due to the style of play. We need to add shooting. Absolutely. I think I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, man. I don't think Brian Keefe's system looks like it's clicking right now for Kuz, but give him some time, man. Just give him some time to acclimate. Red Wings 01 says this year is all about development and tanking for flag. It's all coming together. Not sure if Kuz really factors into this team's long-term plans. Poole is still young enough that he can. Love it. I agree with everything you just said. I agree with it's all about Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. This is it, man. And I would argue, just like this year's draft, man, you try to get another pick. Either you trade back into the lottery or you try to find a diamond in the rough in the later stages of the first round, man. But this is a sexy draft, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Poole, I think he can be a long-term piece, especially a point guard. Him and Bub Carrington could potentially be a really nice backcourt. But Kuz, at some point you got to move Kuz. Like I said, I've grown to be a fan of Kuz here in DC, even though I've given him fair share of smoke. And the biggest thing is finding ways to get other people involved. And that's my biggest thing with Kuz, man. That's my only thing with Kuz, honestly. Because he doesn't have the problems like we had with Bradley Beal. I'm gonna bring Bradley Beal up in because he's, of course, has something to say about the Wizards, down the road. So he wasn't like Brad where he was laughing and joking around when the team's getting blown out or and stuff like that. He it's time to play. It's time to play. So let's see. Let's get through this, guys. Try to knock out all these comments real quick, man. Let's see. Rich says watching Poole play point guard will test your loyalty to the Wizards. I see a lot of broken TVs yelling at the screen in Wizards fans' future. Yeah, man. It's definitely, it's gonna have his fair share of moments of trials and tribulation, man. But I think he'll be all right. I think Jordan Poole will be all right, man. But that is a comment of the night. That's funny. Ooh, excuse me. Woo. T-Baz says, Brennan, do you think we will see? See what? I thought you let me know in the comment section, man, where we're gonna see. Oh, there we go. My bad. T-Baz. Brandon, do you think we will see Leaky Black or Jalen Noel this preseason? Well, I think Jalen Noel played 3 minutes tonight, and Leaky Black, that's his name, man. Give him some playing minutes. That's funny. Leaky Black, that is funny. Just on the name, get that man some minutes. Merrill Garrett says, look, the front office and the coaching staff isn't worried about offense. They're focused on team defense. Oh, that's the first. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. That is developing a defensive identity is the first thing. because this is going to be a defensive team. The NBA is going back to defense, man. Look at the Knicks tonight. How many defensive-minded players they got? OG Anunoby is a defense-first guy who took a while for his offense to show up. Mikal Bridges, defensive guy who took a while for his three-point shot and offense to show up. Cat's more of an offensive-minded center, man. But if you look at Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, I mean, the 3-and-D guy, a defensive guy who can stretch the floor is the name of the game. The NBA is tired of teams scoring 150 points. If you look at, Rudy Gobert, how much did he command? If you look at Marcus Smart, 2 first rounds for Marcus Smart. So the defense is prioritized. And if you look at officiating, they're starting to make defense more and more a priority in the NBA, man, because they can't do the whole 150 points a night. I mean, viewers don't want to see that. They want to see, defense. They want to see, especially your old school fans, man. Your fans from the 90s, man. When the NBA was more a defensive game. So let's see. Link says Greg has good tweets. Yes, he is, man. Definitely. If you don't follow Greg Feinberg on X, definitely consider, man, because my man Greg knows what he's talking about. All right, this could be the last one. Red Wings of One says I was a bit tongue in cheek with the flag, but we are probably another high-end pick away from putting our core together. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2025, you grab 2 players and you roll. I'm trying to tell you, you go. This 2025 is very important because if you see significant progression from Be Cool and Tristan Vucevic this year, pick up 1 to 2 high-impact prospects next year's draft, and then next year you see Alex Sarr and company, Keyshawn George, Bob Carrington show that progression. This team is heading in the right direction. It's going to take a while, and I get it. And I'm saying, man, ain't enough bourbon in the world to really make you feel better about a rebuild. It sucks. There's nothing I can say that's going to make anybody feel better. It sucks. But when you look at these young players, look at what they can be, not so much what they are. And that's my advice. Covering the team, it's hard to cover a team who's in a long rebuild, but they're going to get better, man. And so look at these young guys, look at the progression, look at what they can be, and that's going to help you out, man. So you don't find yourself going to the ABC store, catching a 5th once a week. It's all about the young guys, man. Once we start flipping off some of these vets, then you can look at this young team and really look at what the future is going to be and let these young guys build their chemistry. So that's going to be it, guys. Another game in preseason down, 3 more to go, and the regular season is right around the corner. So again, like I said, with the poll, thank you. Much love, much blessings. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you for the love, man. I didn't think I deserved an A, but you gave me an A, and I appreciate that, man. You even got to vote for an F. It is what it is. I mean, at least you're honest. I mean, I ain't mad at that. You just got a few votes for C, but I ain't mad at you if you're honest, man. Like I said, I feel like I was a B+, but for all the people that voted, man, appreciate y'all, man. I love what I do. I love chopping up with you guys, man. And I look forward to another season of Wizards basketball, getting down there and being around the team and meeting some of you guys. And it's like I said, let's try to find some fun in the season, man. So, all right. We got a comment, man. See, you guys know me. All right, last one, guys. Adam Henderson says reps, building chemistry. Amen, my brother. It's all about building chemistry. So, all right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and call it a night, man. We covered a lot tonight, but like I said, 30 turnovers, man, cannot happen. That's what derailed the Wizards tonight, man. They played a team that is ready to make a run. So, again, we have to deal with basketball security. So, again, appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, tomorrow night, I'm going to put the poll out there. I don't know if it's tonight, probably in the AM. Put a poll out there. If you guys want to go live with Greg, we can go live. I'll holler at Greg before we go live. And then you guys shoot your best questions for me and Greg, man. Like I said, Greg Feinberg, great dude to talk to, great, humble young man, heading in the right direction, not only in basketball, but in life. Big fan of him, man. So you guys definitely show up. Let's get some questions and Q&A with Greg, man. And like I said, we're going to have a good episode tomorrow. And then Friday, man, we have another game. So like I said, we're ramping it up, guys. So, all right, guys, have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Hail to the Wizards and peace. See you guys next time.